Hello again, sweetie. Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic. That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking...
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love... Yes?
Yes? What do you want to know? No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that. Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the wild pine. I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely overplays its good. Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
He's simply not. Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up. The door is closed. Still no answer. This door can only be opened with a key or from... Still nothing. The lieutenant gives... He doesn't like where this is going. You should punch a fucking hole in it. The murmur in your ears... The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
The option to go to sleep becomes available every night after night.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity? I have no idea what that means.
The window stands broken in. The worker, perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from. The worker continues to nap. Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out tool. As you tap on...
No, that's enough fun with the foldable headlight.
A lorry stuck in the windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see the driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity. The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep. Large ashtray.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy. Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
He was acting tough before. This definitely scared him a little. You being...
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? My friend, I respect the right to roam. I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Yeah, the 2.5-meter tall Semini supremacist up there. Then press the button to unlock, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible. Not yet, no. He's...
Nothing a couple of solid hooks from Dexter and Sinister won't fix.
Sure. Sorry. Busy surveying the situation. Wiretapping, telescopic batons, futuristic circuit bending, or calling in tactical air support. You guys have air support, right? I get it. Hush-hush about the secret technology.
Something changes in his disposition. A merciful...
All right, I may have some advice for you on how to deal with Jean-Luc there, out of solidarity to the RCM. First, don't fight him, obviously. Second, get him to share his theory by being subordinate. Admit your lack of expertise. Basically grovel. That's how I do it.
Maybe that would work. We'll have...
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have
He does not so much as glance at the object.
Stop showing me your pathetic...
Does he strike you as the kind of man who puts mugs into trash? Go ahead. Don't be shy. Just ask for race secrets.
Inane popular culture lingo. It is intellectually uninteresting to sulk.
Looking for something?
Is this about the questions again? Because I don't really know. A warehouse? I don't know. Maybe.
She looks up from...
Fine. For it doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay? Reality? You mean, what I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. I don't know. What about it? When ordinary people take over the government and, demand democracy? Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history. Our government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish. Cool.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
No. You need tear to use the tear machine.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays. A colorful display there, in that dark green glass. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big... This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is
Probably some kids.
a thick layer of graffito covers. Under the graffito, a sea of blues and greys appear. The church looks old and weather-worn. Around the large wooden building, you see chunks of This fan has two, or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature, the lights, are off again. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that... Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. The trash container stand. The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste. The container sounds a muffled gong.
Right to work! Right to...
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. I'm trying to meet their fat boss. I know nothing about a murder.
The mention of a killing sends a barely noticeable shiver of tenseness through me. Interesting.
Wouldn't put it past these harbor bugs. They do.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup. Open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
Not before you get in there and get your ass whooped. Learn by...
He might have some advice, but you got to at least try to fight Measurehead first. The tear machines. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and the money appears. The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito and bullet.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to...
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets. It's the ledger you found in the trash, a cabbage of papers hanging from the board, with the permeables drawer in.
Yes?
Are you pigs come to take me out? Trying to snuff me out? Then why are you sneaking up on me like that? It's not a good idea to...
Just an ordinary walk. The dented... There is a hollow, saddened ring. Your toe has suffered damage.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
The lieutenant.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes? Yes. Have you got it? A lot. A lot. For the room, drink... Like what?
You see a heavy steel door. The door does not, but the cobalt blue surface feels rough to... The man ponders his cooking utensils. He looks up at you, then looks away. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Oh, look. It's the cop who turned me into a bad person.
Everything's still cool here, officer. The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime, officer.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless. The sneakers triumph over them. They're the stuff. A lorry about the smell of these are one of them, the actresses and the rear act be closed.
No, man. You called me.
Courtenay's streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps. The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order. It was brought to me to be...
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property. You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
700 Ray.
A bargain? No, it's not. He's trying to sweet-talk you into buying trash.
Hey, I don't know where it came from, but it's not every day you get to buy and sell something so extraordinary.
The boomboxes on the shelf look well-loved and well-traveled. Chipped, dented, they stare at you with the... One especially catches your eye. Deep gold and amber plastic with a big old handle on top. This is you. Just make sure it works before you buy it.
Is the Harman Welshie W2, made in Vespa, designed in Seoul, plays all reel-to-reel formats, 2mm, 8mm, 12mm. It's even got a little radio. Absolutely. I've tested each one myself with recordings of speech, found sounds and music from a variety of genres. Even though, if police work means playing tapes, sure.
Like a beach party, with sand and sun and seagulls dancing on the breeze.
For sure, it's a consumer device with professional...
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Big men on big horses, clad in lamella armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down
Franco-Nigerian knights. I used to be very serious about these guys.
A long, long time ago. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers.
This is what the loyalists looked like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage.
Which ones? Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit good.
This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry...
You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yes? Yes, I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. I don't like either set very much, to be honest. But there are many...
He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to...
If you don't mind, please put the flashlight away. Some of us have... I do appreciate it.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found himself a bottle of... Oh no, you don't. Light reflects off... Wow. The gods of mass production. Fine. We're not worried. Yes, it's merciful that way. Not all of...
You've passed up your chance to start drinking alcohol for now. But don't worry.
It's not a... What can I do for...
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many...
Who are your customers?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a... As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me...
Entertained? He might be high. If he is, on what?
Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps. I doubt it, but I can try and answer any questions you may have. I do my best to keep my distance from all manner of...
No one likes to see what you have to see every day. No one likes... The pawnbroker's gaze is already fixed.
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question.
What? Soul? The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another. Alert.
We've
Kim here too. That just said...
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of... And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off the
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
You weren't quiet. Yourself, you were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life, and when I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and...
You sucked on a gun? Good. Very normal.
15?
The lieutenant looks from you to Roy, and then back to you. This has got to be the most. There's pity there too, in case you didn't notice.
It certainly does, especially in Revachol. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the... Truth be told, she was...
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now...
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
Yeah, it's not good. I do hope we manage...
This mess. He means your mess.
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she...
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her son.
Of course. Sure thing. Sure, man.
Yes?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material. Inconspicuous. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material. There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from heavy workers' boots with reinforced... There he still is, looking right...
Activity kit.
He's about to blow! Cop's gonna...
I like playing in the dark. Sharp. Ah, yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Cocaine. Cocainum. Sounds like our...
A superpower. Fear decisively. Without fear of offending the sensibilities of the... A nation is only as strong.
Don't get stuck.
The Carabinier doesn't reply. No one and nothing can change this man's mind. He is a...
Oh, old Philip was a big fan of the Purple Note.
You can't even take the responsibility for yourself. That's why the Philippian kings use coke.
I'm satisfied with this
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine.
Higher realms. Of course. It all makes sense.
It's really not. Please, do spare us the cocaine.
Yes, indeed.
Right.
Hey. Psst. Psst. Yes, you. Word on the street is you're ready to start building. You keep saying things like, down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people who have more than 25 real in their pockets. Literally murder all human beings. Okay, not in so many words, but don't deny it. Everyone can see that. So tell me, do you have any questions before we fire up the big communism? Failure. It's about failure. Yes, abject failure. Total, irreversible defeat. You alone, against every living thing. Against you, against the atom, the charm and the spin, where the whole world failed. Matter failed to bend to human. Now get to work, comrade. Very well. I guess no one will build communism then. Did someone mention cocaine? Are we doing cocaine? No. Anyone? There's one.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh, yes, that door. Sure. Yes. What else? Yes.
Yes?
You're back. Good. What can I help you?
Is what you want to say. What is this? An athletic challenge? Scream it from the top of your lungs immediately. Look at that lady. Take a gander. Why, yes. Tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, while dull orange pearls hang from her. Now look at you. You misery-clad simian. Barely able to tie your own. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too... Yes, you're too ashamed to... Oh God, the lieutenant is here.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask.
Voila, you're doing it. Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs.
Of course. How much do you need?
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about your predicament than she's letting on?
That's a good sum. Not too small, not fantastically large.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you. The paper is cold and oily. Whoa, whoa! Did you see how easy that was? Can you eat honor? Are you an omnivore? Give me a break.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
You're right, ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I... Why, yes I am. Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? I mean, we are on Le Caillou, are we not? I haven't seen anyone else drive a suit.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as a patrol, and it's for crossing long distances in a greater...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing...
She's having a good time arguing against the law. Too good, perhaps.
The boat? No. It...
The word, it. A breeze ripples through the sails and tugs at your hair. Below, the sleek, fish-like shape of the hull parts the water. Beneath that, a resounding darkness. You're reminded of something.
It's a pleasure craft. A 19-pacer. It also happens to be rated for Category 1 race. Okay. How about Cordeleche 19? Because it was manufactured in Revachol East by a company called Cordeleche, and its hull is 19 paces long. What? I think I'll stick with the factory name, but thank you. My sloop? I like it a lot.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview.
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet?
Officer, I assure you...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as a qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming.
I just renewed its safety inspection last month, officers. It is completely seaworthy. In fact, it's taken part in not one, but two. The other time, I would have finished the race were it not for an urgent...
Actually, you don't. It is a little-known fact among those who police that the Wayfarer Act specifically denies the RCM the authority to demand anyone's operator license. I was just being polite. Even school children know the Wayfarer Act. Unless it's their passport. No. Do you want...
You need to save face.
Of course.
The woman is silent, smiling while the waves lap against the hull. In your hand, the woman, born in the year 3 in the commune of Revachol, smiles at you.
Yes, but please don't call me that. Joyce is my...
She doesn't like it. Probably a bad memory.
My husband is. I have dual citizenship. A Vespertine is handier when traveling.
She nods and returns the plastic bag to her coat.
Good.
Can I help you? Yes. Have you... Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly...
He's not sorry about his behavior for your sake. Now that you have money, he really wants...
I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9. Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow. 20 real per night.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests.
This is the door to the room.
Just a moment. You had some questions earlier, I believe. And besides, we should discuss our progress on the investigation.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum.
Where shall we begin? We should talk about the investigation, first and foremost. But I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool with that cigarette.
Yes, it's been a long and eventful day. Well, we didn't even look at the body. And there's still much to do at the crime scene too. We didn't search it thoroughly enough.
He would have put all of this more harshly, but he doesn't want you to feel completely discouraged. Probably because he's afraid that...
I look forward to that. But we weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow. We interviewed Joyce Messier, the Wild Pines rep, and learned a lot. None of it very good news for us or Martinez. but... Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those... Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
Thank you for the compliment. We could manage it even in wooden clogs. They are uncanny running.
They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Ravachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station closely. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. As you may have gathered from the fact that we are expected to carry a record of our kills, like the one in your watermarks, we are permitted to use whatever force is necessary, and strongly admonished not to abuse that power. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to you. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courron and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount to keep them. The coalition government and the Moralin. The RCM was formed by the coalition government to restore order in the international zone after the revolution. Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Ravachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. It's probably more honest, yes. Either way, the Moralinton leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed. Okay. There are a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just an interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not. Their motto is love, compassion, self-discipline.
Something even a little feminine. But in a strict...
A historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of human...
For you, she is something painful. Though it's hard to say what...
Do you? We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez, most of them at least, especially the Union.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in his glasses, the red and golden orbs of the motorway sliding like pearls on a string. The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, this soldier is the highlight.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different inland, in Jamrock and the GRIA. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organized...
Night. Captain Ptolemy Price steps into the yard. A piebald horse waits by the motor carriage, chewing oats out of an oat bag. Seagulls fly overhead. The sky... Rows of houses on either side, hunching over the sidewalks. And Precinct 41, with its dome roof growing distant. Around him, the streets are silent. A kid on the corner waves at the captain. Thanks, kid, he thinks. He's grateful.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
bed is cold and not particularly. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you... And then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come. Obviously, you're in bed with your... Maybe it's the bed's fault. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs between her legs and in her mouth? Oh no, Funky baby, you stayed. It was the rest of it that left. Or you just stood there, with one hand on the bottle and the other on... Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. No, it's gone. 3 times gone and never coming back. You failed Elysium. Everything. The Pale and the useless. On the surface, you really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6. You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity. You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here, time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy. Oh, just a dream. You have ones like that all the time. You feel even worse this morning than you mean. Why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like... It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system. Don't do that. Stay strong. The hangover will wear off. You don't need to keep doing this to yourself. Are you sure? Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days? Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks. Maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town. Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man. See? A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned. The door is closed.
Morning. Looks like we can get to work at once. The Union muscle turned up. They look rowdy. We should talk to them. I mean ungovernable. Martinez isn't exactly enthusiastic about the RCM being here. Men who drink beer for breakfast? There's talk of an armed wing of the Union called the Hardy Boys, who are responsible for state policing. I think it's them. A lot of things point to the Dock Workers Union. The circumstances in Martin... That's not a lot of things. We should have dug up more yesterday. Still, we need to talk to them, and it won't be easy. I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and one loose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it. One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them.
Good. A power move. Purposefully concentrate. But aren't you curious to know what they have to say?
They're in no hurry to leave. They think they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you.
Just a moment. And there's no...
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just... The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone... The manager was vague about it.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
To let the young woman who's house-sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend. I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel. That's just it. This isn't like him at all.
A cold breeze hisses through dense thickets of reeds. Something sweet in it.
You have more important things to worry about. Oh, yes. A zoologist. A crypto-zoo.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythology.
That's one opinion, yes.
My apologies, ma'am.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless.
She's completely internalized her husband's struggles. They are her own.
Just some field work, sweetie. Morel is a howl, but they should have returned by now. They were just...
The waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
Oh my. What happened to the water lock? Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful to both.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast...
This will surely lead to a cryptozoological mystery.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. Oh, dear. Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes...
It's always a challenge to describe the person you know best in the world.
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame.
The lieutenant pulls out his...
One other thing. He'll likely have... We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but via dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking... We hit it off.
She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later.
I hope I've been useful. Oh, sweet.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
Of course, dear. I hope you were able to pawn that old trinket. Of course, dear. I just wish I could have done more.
Looking for something?
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a metallic drawer. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Yes? Hello? Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be. If she's such a working class woman, why is...
Looking for something to read. It is. I know you are. What with?
Help her by carrying things? Maybe she needs a weightlifter.
My husband? No, he's not. I don't know. At home now?
Where is this going, officer?
She gives you a short nod and shifts her attention back to books. Her hands move over the book covers, the tips of the woman before you.
Every snowflake is like a little gift. Oh, that's Auntie Billy. She's nice if a bit distressed. No, sir. She's a working woman who I think she is a bad husband. Not very nice or helpful.
No, absolutely not. Are you a policeman or a nanny? They are not me.
You know where they are. There. What if something horrible has happened? What if they're dead?
I see. I don't mean to disrespect, sir.
For what it's worth, I agree. But cockatoos can't be stopped when they get ladies. It's better to indulge him at this point.
I don't even have a cockatoo. And guess what? Even if I had, great. Nothing. Go read up on them.
Maybe you should. What if the cockatoo is your astral captain?
Please, let's do.
The woman... There. Working class drunk. You know what this means.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire? Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never does anyone in a city like this.
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it.
It doesn't have to do anything at all. Shoot, Piggy. It's what you do, isn't it?
Yes?
You hear a poor communard from the looks of...
Do I have to open it? Do you have...
Let's go.
Later then. A plaster cast bust. This door is made no one answer.
We should return in the evening. At 9 p.m. the earliest.
Over here. Let me handle this. Detective disorientated. Are you still wondering where you are? This is Martinez, in case you've forgotten. I advise you not to overstay your welcome. That's right. I am not a gardener. I'm a legal counsel, so let's get to it. You're looking for Titus Hardy? You think he has information? That's Titus. Talk to him. But know this. I'll be keeping an eye on you. No...
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
Aggressive? You make your living enforcing...
So you were spying on us, and now you
Listen, you Moralington lackeys. You're a mob, enforcing the unlawful privatization of Revachol. 20...
Fuck yeah.
So ask what you came to ask, or get back to your commanders. Let's. Like I already told you, I'm a legal counselor. Do you have hearing problems? What are we going to do to you?
Why did you say that? Did you forget your...
The Union isn't going to do anything to you. If anything, it is the RC.
This is where you say your bit.
Detective.
Precinct 57's finest scans the room, leaving the speaking to you. He trusts you. Maybe against his better judgment, but he does.
Oh, this is about him.
You're sure taking your time, waiting for him.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy by now. Real.
Time to go to work in the shit factory!
Easy, boys. These janitors have a hell of a job cut out for them.
You might want to start asking your questions now.
These guys are so macho, they're ready to confess to first-degree questions. To hell with that. Get right up in the big dick's face.
No. I's here.
You got business with my boy.
He understood what you were doing. Now watch the other guys fuck it up by four.
Yeah! You fuck with the Hardy Boys, you fuck with Titus Hart.
Yes, falling out of line to please him.
Relax, Dennis. No one is fucking you yet.
Use it to take a dig at his friend.
Yeah, Dennis, calm down. No one's fucking you,
Let Dennis enjoy his fucking, man. We don't mind.
This one knows how to keep things going. He's a hothead, but not one to be taken lightly.
Yeah, you're not even being fucked, Dennis.
Too late. You already got a pretty good picture of these guys. You can use this. You could take another look at the tracks in the yard. See if they fit with the characters here. It could be incriminating.
The pretty boy. You guys...
Funny. But my partner and I have a serious matter to discuss with you.
Well, maybe you should...
Don't worry. We're resourceful. We'll find a good topic for us to discuss.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have... There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below, the smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth. More... You feel a great force ringing from your stomach until a pool of vomit lies under your feet, and you'll...
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There's the fruit nearby. Maybe they have some in their apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags. If she works here, she might have something for the smell.
Acquiring ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
You see several packaged raincoats.
Here you go.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various...
Yeah, there's like an ampule somewhere. I don't know. I don't really know what hypnogamma is. Uh-huh. Okay. Don't, like, overdo it or something.
The tear machine. Your bottles clunk into the machine. There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below. You crack open the ammonia ampoule and breathe in. The odor of death is still stronger. The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins and blotched by lividity. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying delicate and fragile. They feel alien. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. Ceramic plate, zirconium dioxide, most likely. Under the heel, fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that piece by piece. He's been out here for 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil. The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form, ageless and...
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that, for a full set, about 4 years of wages. As a wage, it's regrettably small, but for a piece of hardware, he worked for Cornell, like Joyce told us. This is military equipment, provided by a wealthy security contractor, with state ties, way above what we have.
A small bell-like sound filled. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into like the scales of some ancient white monster. The cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the... It's hard, but somehow you manage not to see it. The corpse looks at you, sigh.
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a circus. When the circus leaves town and they tie a black-spotted giraffe to the wall of a carry pen.
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves. It's not merely polyester, it's steel reinforced. See these lines? This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. Yes, the debrief we got from the Wild Pines representative appears to be...
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt. An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. From the right shoulder to his corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol and heartbreak. Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now,
I have only a cursive knowledge of the science of cybernetics. I would not know if it were. I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens.
A Trugat Sunshine. Mini.
Shikuna!
An instant color camera.
This is the first time he openly acknowledged.
I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass.
In case we need it. It contains insight to the victim's person. This was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Now, if you... Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face, underneath the curdled meat, there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death.
I'm gone. Maybe I was getting my rocks off. Do I look like an erotic auto-asphyxiation type to you, Captain Coppadromo? I fear we are drifting away. Fixate. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer.
Takes one to know one.
Go ahead, Coppo. Into the wild, in the past. Way out in the west. What do you mean? It's the power of your... You mad? Go ahead. Ask me more questions. Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all... Here you go, you loony. Because you have. Do I remind you of someone? Sure I do. You just... Fuck no. You're no Rooney. Between you and me, your name is probably... You might be onto something there. Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violet. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse, the cadaver, slowly twists on the cargo belt.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once it's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Come back later.
The material, delicate. These are clearly not boots.
Indeed. Ceramic plate under the heel. Fair weather.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal!
You're about to pull his head off.
Do it, homo!
Yes, that's what I said. What are you trying to achieve anyway? Why are you hanging on to that boot? Maybe we should concentrate on what's outside the boot and leave what's inside to the boys at processing? Just this once. Besides, there's no way you're getting them off. All the organic matter...
You're sure there's a way to peel them off, but first the body needs to be down. All right then, you can pay the hostel bill in honor points. How many honor points have you collected?
Processing will take care of them. With the situation...
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and...
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought Chenko. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without...
There's no question. There's only cutting. How hard can it be?
I don't doubt your physical prowess, officer, but that's aircraft-strength material, and the risk of acrobatic failure is one we cannot take. We must not become comedy.
The fuck have you got against comedy pigs?
Someone else? You mean, like, the police? Sadly, yes. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. Climb up there and... So there has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a dangerous route to go down.
Confirmed. It's unsafe. But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken.
Yes, we do. Okay. Okay. Let's do it in the lousy, dangerous way. From the gates, by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. Or we can try to find some secret third path. It's unlikely though.
To the gates. Let's fight, I say.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Incriminating. Now that's a big boy word. Container belt, like we use in the harbor? Because we took it from the harbor where we work.
As he speaks, his fists
We did this. Together. All of us. Until he was dead. Goddamn.
No. These 7 honest men have equally come forth. They told you what happened, so that you don't waste any more of your time.
Why? 'Cause he was worthless mercenary scum. And he stepped out of line.
What kind of mercenary?
The kind that shows up when you start a strike. The experienced kind, too. Had Cohoy and Seminine written all over him. Ex-Oranese Special Forces.
A live grenade. Right here in...
This one has a special gripe with him coming.
I can't prove it, but I know he was sent by the Wild Pines. They hired merc shit like that. Story I've ever... Wrong. He harassed women, raped one, harassed workers, threatened to kill some.
There's slight unease in him, suddenly. He regrets mentioning the rape.
To kill us all, if we don't open the gates, if we don't let the scabs in. If we don't...
Yeah, he said it was his favorite joint now. Started to come in here every night. Drinking, grabbing girls.
He grabbed someone?
Yeah. This girl's on the mic. A beautiful girl, young. Gets into the second verse of Lover Lake. Show me your cunt! Why don't you show me your cunt? Then, he gets knocked on the head with a wine bottle.
Aren't you fucking listening? My man is talking to you.
Yeah, me and Eugene got around. Aren't you fucking listening?
No, you're not getting the name. That's a Martinez matter. Now,
despite the stonewalling, you can slip one more question in.
Titus, do not answer.
Fuck off, Carl. She's gone through enough without you harassing her too.
What are you talking about? embarrassment. If someone has...
What you need is to get the fuck out of my face.
As you can see, these men can only take so much baseless scrutiny. I'm doing my best to keep the
It won't be for long, she means. It's true. She was the only thing holding him back.
You don't have to answer any of his questions.
I know, Lizzie. Relax. We killed him last Sunday night. Seemed like a good...
Known him? We don't associate...
Yeah!
Quiet. He came around about 3 weeks ago when that Pines cow first sailed into town.
By the Pines cow, you mean Joyce Messier? The representative for White Pines? The same company you're striking against?
No. I mean the Pines cow. The stupid-ass cow they sent in to fuck us over.
This is where he tries to sow discord between you two. Because he knows the company is responsible.
Why don't you ask her about the pretty boy? I'm sure she has interesting things to say when you ask.
That's enough insinuation for today, Titus. Officer, your interview is drawing to an end. Don't waste your last questions. Are you deaf? There will be no singling. Do you think you could do that? Do you think you could arrest them all?
Who do you fucking think does?
That's right, asshole. Titus Hardy runs the Hardy Boys.
I think you got your answer.
No, you did not get an answer. Titus does administrative work. He pushes paper, fills out forms the others can't read. But on that night...
We hanged him up by his neck until he got...
Didn't they teach you anything?
You're pretty sure you've had at least 2 years of cop school. Certainly enough to not put up with this backsass. Deliver a knockdown observation.
Titus, you don't have to
We overpowered him. Dragged his unconscious body to the tree. Put a noose around his neck.
Then we left him for seagulls, maggots, and you fucks. Weren't you fucking listening? The fucker came to our bar!
Titus lets the others clear out the details, so he doesn't get his hands muddy with explaining too much.
With numbers, asshole. How do you think? You're right.
No, he hasn't. Not yet.
Like what, copper? How many people have you...
Or send them to Reunion to rot. For 20 years. For life. Oh, so you are just a simple, well-meaning man, eh? Ever been in solitary?
He's clearly been in solitary confinement, and at a young...
So he's hanging a man, slowly, without breaking his neck.
Yeah, lawman. What?
Not in the arresting mood.
A fearful readiness, like an electrical charge. By your side, the lieutenant keeps his hand away from his holster. Easy. Walk back from the provocation. They're armed, and they outnumber us.
Wise move. You made the right choice.
Nothing. Your investigation here is done. Leave Martinez, go.
I think we're going to stick around, thanks. Some things don't add up here. I've done this job for long enough to know that people don't just confess to first-degree murder.
Good luck with that. You've heard everything a rent-a-cop is gonna hear from us.
Rent-a-cop? So that's what this is about. Forget about their games. You've mapped out the characters. Read in the foot...
Again.
Good one.
About fucking time. Yeah, by friends.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Nervous, snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people...
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army. And the Mad...
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in
These people are trained military professionals with decades of combat.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zilagars. Glenn's got a... I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? Right about what? That a 50 caliber bullet goes through shit? Yeah, I am. Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and what do you mean? Okay. No, they won't. Get out of here with your neck.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like that.
All he means is that the situation is...
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time? What you want is of no significance.
The door is closed. Still, the lieutenant, he doesn't like with it. You should punch a fucking hole in it. You slam your fist into the vinyl. It does not produce, not to mention...
Stop that.
Bent metal. Broken. You are the destroyer. The bane of inanimate matter. Kudos. Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The Hawthorne Brown. There's a little slide panel up there.
Hello again. How can I help you? Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling? I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment. Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time, perhaps.
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive... Oh yeah, the print depicts a muscled man striding.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
Don't think so. Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea. Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dark. You see dead flesh.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
What it means.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one. Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush in Benital. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy, he's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon, at dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe, we shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too. She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Something stirred. There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless. Odorless. It's...
No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a bouncer. Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off.
He's under orders. And orders are orders.
Go ahead.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go. I am not the first line of defense. I am the hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. Now leave me be. I must luxuriate in the company of my woman. The racist.
Welcome to Revachol.
I am
True, that is a noble cranium, but you got a hard noggin yourself.
Your silence betrays your inferiority.
We still need to get into the harbor. We need help with the tree situation. There must be another way.
Just an ordinary wall.
You're back. Good. What can I help?
She reaches for the photo, takes it, for about...
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on it.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth.
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of... I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location, close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad.
Where is he now?
The times have changed. Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel, Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They start...
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. Is there anything else I can help you with? This reality. Of course, the situation is precarious.
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky.
fuck does Kuno care? The fuck about it? Kuno doesn't give a shit about the armor. Kuno's fuck gimp's got... Look at him. Fucking growth hormone shit. Kuno doesn't give a shit about that freak armor.
Oh, come on. He's just pretending that he doesn't care because he's too small for the armor.
Kuno tried to get the helmet on. It was too big. Kuno kicked that shit in the sea, rugby style. That shit means nothing to Kuno. Yeah, that shit means nothing to Kuno. Kuno doesn't give a shit about material shit. You wanna fuck on someone about that armor? Go fuck the mustached union fuck. The jolly troubadour shit at the gate. Yeah, cock in boot. You know that jolly union cow fucker? Came around talking about cows or some shit. Came around pretending like he cares about cows. So yeah, he's the one you want to talk to. He's fucking crazy about that armor shit. Coming here pretending like he likes cows. Trying to catch a peep at Kuno's armor.
Yes, this troubadour has it. You can feel it.
Your test... Get lost, Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Yeah, Kuno doesn't know shit about that. That shit... Listen! Kuno doesn't care about... Kuno could hook you up with some sweet rags. Shit like Kuno's wearing. Your size, good...
You'd have to be blind not to notice the giant white letters F-A-L-N running down his trouser leg.
Whatever. Kuno was trying to help you, but you're too fat for falling anyway, pig. Look at that fucking shit. Fuck does Kuno know? Kuno...
The lieutenant takes a quick...
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. She couldn't handle the heat, so she took off. Kuno can take it. Shit, look it up in the library. Kuno's not a fucking dictionary. Fucking small brain. Kuno means the gardener, alright? The fuck does this have to do with the Kuno?
You were expecting relaying this information to him to pour alcohol if you don't want to do drugs. Alcohol seems kind of boring now, going back to... What was this about? Some yard? Yards aren't interesting. Only drugs are interesting. Drugs...
The fuck? A mug in the trash. Yeah, Kuno sees where this is going. Kuno's got...
I can't hear you, Kuno! Speak louder, Kuno!
Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement.
The kid may have something there. He's already come up with an interrogation technique.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did, he wouldn't...
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno! They're trying to get you hooked on the snitching!
Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno. That's just some shit roofing gimps left behind, lazy dinks. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't...
Work!
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you? The little boy had it good on his promise. To get me into trouble. To seek...
What happened?
I was asked to look into that armor situation. Official Union probe, you know.
Did you?
At first I thought, why not? Maybe the pieces can feed the strike. So I went to this boy. He said he'll make me his prison bitch. He's got eyes everywhere and the cops in his pocket and he's the king of... Serves me right for doing menial footwork. I dropped that probe right then and there, and it still got me into trouble. One bad move is all it takes. I learned that people don't want to talk to a drunk union.
What else?
Not much. Technical stuff mostly. That was the interesting part. I did some research into this armadura. Let's say I have friends at the library. I didn't get into the material science, just how...
How does it come off?
In parts. 4 in total. The helmet was the first to go. The kid says he tore it off and kicked it into the sea. I believe him. The boots were still on the guy last I saw. So, as I count, there are 2 parts missing. The gauntlets and the cuirass. This is where I left off. Too much hassle. More like a job for some militia. Oh, they're just gone. They don't exist anymore, if they ever did at all. Forget about them. I did.
All of it? There are junior officers out there, eager to prove themselves. I would leave some for them. And
Mesqui's epic then, all across Martinez. I hope it will be a real bonanza for you. It's a minor nuisance. It's all good.
He thinks, not yet. Better to get this business out of the way. Sweet.
No problem. If you see that kid, thank him from Call Me Mañana. Thank him for showing me the way.
He is sincerely grateful he is not tracking down pieces of armor right now.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime...
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the doorframe. It's going to take one more try to break through to the other side.
You're not thinking of trying again, are you?
A barbell lies on it, 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Why does it feel so familiar? No, it's not that. It's the stale smell of rubber. It's just a memory from another life. When you...
What is this place? Yes, but no one's been here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us.
Some specks of dust shimmer in a faint beam of daylight falling from the window. Other than that, an eerie feeling rises in your chest.
Yes, because it's no need to look for supernatural explanations where a banal one will do.
Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes. Like some of the writing has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of welkins, translucent welkins, with organs shining. Who are all those creatures? One of the welkins, towering among the rest, appears to be different, however. It's Vara Hamira, a high welkin, his face white and scarred like crack. The Haldor, the Twarg, the humans, and even headless men.
An inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little welkin creatures. This looks like concept art for a project. Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for political commentary. That one has a great beard too. Just look at those details.
And for what? Or the photo collage depicts barren ice. Entire oceans have been frozen, albeit dark and cold. This vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog. A pinned postcard reads, "This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint. It looks a bit like an academic calendar. Only as time goes on, the numbers in the boxes grow rarer.
Looks like they didn't make it.
A note in the bottom left. The handwriting is only partly legible, but you can still make out through. The full text reads, "Heat death of the universe is the new black." Another note says, "Outside, a cold wind." This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker. A diagram for summoning some radio frequencies, it seems. UKV were unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins, and you think so? The web is comprised of radio stations, all lead back to one red heart, titled the Game Master Frequency. Looks like a surveillance program. Whoever decides to call in to a list of names under the stations suggests people across 6 Isola. All of this is gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could...
My God. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became. The schedule. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding.
Nothing. It's just lines. intricate web of blue lines. It almost looks like the electron gone. Gone. For you to discover. Someone closer to it. This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework.
A radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside. We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine, nothing happens. It's empty like a beehive. Without the filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. On the key, a bar of fabric right above the keyboard starts producing a soft hum. Oh no. It was already glowing and now it's also making... The static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall, until a voice speaks.
Good morning. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. That was a question. Have you inserted it into the... Good.
You should ask her for a hint.
No. Received.
That sounds bad. A login attempt. Something a criminal... Don't worry. Passwords have a way of...
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Yes, I am allowed.
She repeats passwords. Programming people are all paranoid.
I work as a repeater at the East Insulet. As for me, well...
On an island on the river Esperance, a small woman, all skin and bones, sits in a room filled with... Doesn't it get lonely? Sitting there all by herself.
Lonely? What?
That's why she does.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can... Fortress Accident is the company on whose name? One moment. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive code. Any other questions? Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Casting the... Nothing happens.
Okay, what do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace? No, that's not it. I think it looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to...
Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment.
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Roll through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Then there's the Game Master frequency that lists...
His fascination has swept aside other concerns.
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games, but I don't think anyone has attempted to create... No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalk. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... I don't think so. I think they genuinely believed. Okay, let's keep moving.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a... This ice bear is a hyper... A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his... The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten... You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you. From the paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you. The paper still smells...
Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. I know. What an unfortunate market. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day.
The fridge buzzes with... The bear's eyes are still glowing red. A thick layer of cold dust. Looks like this furnace has a...
Looks like it. Looks like an old central furnace used. No one has used it in ages. No signs of any recent fire. Only dead rats.
It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness you can hear chat. The echo is so prominent. It's impossible to...
What are you doing? Wait, really? We should investigate, see if someone's upstairs.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs, rummaging around.
Are these any good?
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest. But one catches your eye. Bolt, take it. You're a police officer.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an
He likes this fight.
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles.
A few bricks have fallen off. Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby. Two cables are an electric sizzle. The room is slightly quieter now. Something close to you.
Why did you do that?
The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything. The electric... bear's eyes are dead and empty. Tiles on the cube are still smoldered. The speaker.
Good morning. Please repeat. Is this good? Please still no. I am contractually obliged to...
I'm afraid we are not doing that, unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password? Received. I will read...
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Is there a thank you?
Tiles on the cube are still smoldered. The filament slides out of its glowing nest. Nothing happens. The note is written.
Does it say anything interesting?
This is tangential at best. Someone has scribbled. S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care.
Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised.
The lieutenant nods.
It belongs inside a radio computer, storing its memory. It's like a tape.
It's like the production schedule.
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere...
Didn't you see one right next to the breaker?
Really? You don't have a single guess? Oh, I'm sure that child would love to get his hands on the filament memory, even if he doesn't know what to do with it.
Tiles on the cube, like a smooth draw. The film, the speaker.
Good morning. Please repeat. Good. Please repeat. Received.
Don't worry.
Fortress accident. Thank you.
Tiles on the cube are still... The filament slides out of its glowing...
Does Kuno care? So? Yeah, so?
Kuno sent you...
Look, Pig. Kuno sent you to...
Good idea.
You got fucked. You got fucked after this shit. You better have something really...
Yeah, real interesting.
Kuno does...
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decaying vein. Only the lower extremities are pink. The cadaver slowly twists on the...
Of course. You have questions, don't you? Come back later, Corpo.
This orange machine is dead still. It has. Turning the crank feels it's all gone now. What better to assuage the creeping sense of failure than some frozen fat and sugar? An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes. This is directly above the... What an odd thing to do. Still nothing. Those curtains prove to be surprisingly sturdy. Your fist hurts.
There must be another way to wake up whoever is in there. Maybe we should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on.
You broke down? The back door? The wards? The door? I suppose it's all over now. I guess there's no escape. Just a door? This place is cursed, Detective. They don't call it the doom. I hope you're happy now. Happy that you've ruined...
Host Almighty, she prays. Guard me and my honest business venture from the curse that lurks behind the door.
Of course you didn't. You're nothing but a policeman. All right. You know what? I'm willing to let you investigate the doomed commercial area. We are set on the path. But before we go on, tell me, did you encounter the malignant entity? Yes, the malignant entity that lives inside the chimney. It takes the shape of a woman, a witch probably. I've suspected that she knows more about the curse than she lets on ever since I first saw her. Yes, I've heard that. It's enormous. She has barricaded her some unnatural magic, I assume. You should go find the entity and ask what happened to all the companies in the building. And do return to me after you've talked to it.
If you're really interested in cracking this mystery, then we should go back to the furnace. Maybe you could yell into it, or...
Despite his cool, the lieutenant's interested in solving this mystery, too.
Okay, but please, only a few questions. The curse is so much worse than you could imagine. It's a disease, eating at the very foundation. It's the curse of financial distress, of ruin.
Didn't that curtain just move?
Everyone knows that all the previous companies in this building have soon... There's something wrong with this building.
Sounds familiar.
Truly so? Perhaps the dark energies are leeching off you. You shouldn't... It's not good to talk about the curse, not in detail.
Such wraiths may prove a formidable enemy.
Yes, I've contacted numerous parapsychologists, and even a pair of The wards help to keep the doom at bay. Oh, this? No, it's a special Himian amulet. There are numerous spells cast throughout the store. I had the books anointed with a different inducement spell, for example. It's guaranteed to boost sales. Yes, the Simonese are very crafty, and their wards are extremely powerful. Lesser wards simply won't do here.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense. thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Something breaks loose in it.
Hello?
You've awakened the entity.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come up.
You hear a low rumble upstairs.
After you, officer.
Hello, I'm Nia. Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. So what kind of dye are you looking for?
Could this be the malicious entity? Perhaps it's wise to go along with this masquerade for now.
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with her ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Of course, I can see that. I just thought you were a police officer looking for dice.
This person means you or no one else. Absolutely.
How did I become one? It was a business decision. I was a regular jeweler at first. Some of my friends were role players. They asked me, not especially. I like working with rare material.
She's thankful for the security they provide her.
Nothing really.
Who cares about the dead body? We might be dealing with... The lieutenant looks at his notebook. Then, the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear...
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily... Well, there's always something going on in the whirlings. During daytime, there are usually those kids. And lately, I've been...
She's not sorry to disappoint you. Informing on someone in a murder investigation would intrude...
But I never saw anyone during that phase. I might have, but in this case, all I would have seen is my own reflection staring. It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside. Besides, I rarely get up to look out the window when it's an odd profession, making dice for people. But I like it, and I prefer doing this to sitting at home.
She nods.
Anything else, officer? We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know. But when I arrived here, all the other...
Plaisance was right.
Creative.
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? Oh, right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling in rags? Some people say it's part of the building complex. And then there is me. I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice.
It's because she's in cahoots with the demons.
Malignant entity? What does that even mean? Some kind of sorcerer?
The jig is up. The time has come to face the source. Fear not, for the forces of the universe are supporting you in this psychic quest.
Exactly. Truth is always, but I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything?
Plaisance is not going to like what you have to tell her.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific? Yes, I think it was called Androgynous Orlando or something.
You wouldn't like it either. The others would laugh at you.
I guess it just wasn't the time yet. It wasn't merely a gym, it was Artemitep's boxing club. A community project, a kind man from Zemsk. I heard he had some trouble with the law when he was younger, and that's why he wanted to start the gym, as his way of giving back. It didn't. If anything, it made the youth situation in...
You should have known it.
Eventually, the coalition took away the funding and the club went... Oh, this one's a mess. Turns out, the business was actually set up as a front for an... And they never cleaned up the debris either. Now it's just littering the hallway and I have no idea how to get rid of it on my own. It's a Sub Rosa radio station that broadcasts real murders with real victims. Some people pay good money to get off on it.
What does she mean?
Don't worry, the ICP has a separate division that deals exclusively with unlicensed Sub Rosa.
Good luck with that. It's not easy catching those perpetrators. You mean Mr. Faber?
But what drugs exactly?
He got high on some weird taxidermy chemicals. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
Even you can almost see it. A small, sickly old man hunched behind his work desk, his pants stained.
There used to be a fashion atelier here, but I have forgotten the head designer's name. They were doing well for a couple of years, until the insect rights activists came. Yeah, the atelier didn't know it either. They produced this, and you know how all kinds. And, naturally, all the most fashionable tastemakers refused to be seen in Kyton from then on. Really? Anyway.
Poor guy. Suddenly, you get a feeling that insects are important to the case somehow. It's hard to say why.
Fortress Accident, the radio game studio.
She liked them.
They were an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems. They certainly took their work very serious. The usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the Well, I did hear them talking at times. They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest. Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. In the end, they just didn't get it done. They didn't have enough willpower to...
She's right. Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
The result is 1. The dice is black and filled with...
Anything else? They were made by... Honestly, I think it's quite funny. The usual, I imagine. That he's been thinking up all kinds...
Men like that are...
Sure, but Slipstream is history now. I have no idea why those skis and blades are still lying around in the house. Oh boy, the fabled Revachol ICT. The place was owned by 2 guys who had some rather innovative ideas about mark. There was really just one. And it involved picking, and by man the booth, I mean...
Sounds like she really didn't like... Fritte does the same thing.
Employing silky teenage girls is a widespread practice, yes. Unfortunately, they always come in packs. I'm talking about acne-ridden girlfriends and gorilla-like boyfriends, and they already had the bear. The bear. Of course not. The bear was terrifying. No one wants ice cream guarded by a hostile agent. Eventually, Revachol ICT lost the price war to its rival, Glacé 5000. Glacé 5000 sold caramel sundaes for only 5 cents. Maybe. Because the taxidermist who made that bear definitely wasn't. He said that the bear was his vision.
Scary, but cool.
Megatherion, a mega wild beast. It's an imaginary beast by telling you to do more.
A wise and noble beast, guiding you toward the land where the streets are paved with drugs.
Very good. You shouldn't do them. You're a police officer. Anyway, now you know the story of the fallen ice cream empire.
Little sparkling outside its light.
Anything else? Another failed business, perhaps? Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me. I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion. The one with an empty name card. It's the last one in the list. As I said, it's quite used. Sure, I'm listening. I'm pretty sure it's still... Sure, I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. What else? I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit. Of course. Tell me what you have in mind. I think I have just the right one for you.
Police colors.
You're a police officer, right? Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
2 tiny pieces of car.
Ah, down the drain, like your career. I apologize, officer. That comment was unnecessary. Right. That one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay. It's a shame. They might have brought you luck.
Is she pitying you? Good.
Now, was there anything else?
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. A novelty dice maker? I don't understand. If it's not her, then where...
Before you say anything, ask yourself. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. That you've come this far, you know how to end it. There is an entity behind the entity.
You're telling me that you went in there and didn't find out any... Of course. I should have known better. The investigation's over. I don't want you going in there anymore. You're only angering the psychic weather in here. Now, if you're not going to buy anything...
Well...
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am. Can we go now?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
The room. Get further in there. Escalate.
What the fuck is this? You wanna fuck with me?
His eyes narrow. This guy's tough. Get the eye twitch going. What do you think you're doing? You hear? I can do this all night long. Do not explain or defend yourself. Attack.
Probably. I need to be like this to lead things.
The moment ends with
Can I help you?